community center board, we had and have yet a pilot project out at the Pearlsburg School, the Arts Community Center, and there we wasn't sure, we'd never done anything of that serious nature. We started at Garrett's Bend and had a board for there, and it worked pretty well, trying to get people to give their time. I know Gilmer was involved in it. Then we moved to Harts, we put a board in with actually renting out sites and making business sort of out of it, and it's working. It certainly hasn't worked without some ups and downs, but it is working. But just again, for consideration for maybe a future vote, is at the McCorkle Center, maybe we put a board in place over to McCorkle Center, but we have never done that. It's one of those things that evolved, and so maybe we consider putting an ad in the paper that we were consider taking applications if you agree to do that. A board for the McCorkle Center, then some later date we get into that and look into it. Motion to establish an ad in the paper to consider a board to operate under the direction of the County Commission for the McCorkle Community Center.
You know, I think that such a board would provide the structure that community center so very needs, and I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Be an all yes vote. Motion carries, and Judy can put an ad in the paper.
I think this will help too with our communication over that area too, with them having local representatives there that we can know who to talk to and let them know, what our plans are and things like that. So I think it's a really good idea.
The next item on the
Can I say one thing before we get to that? There's one item of concern, and I just wanted to touch on it. It was the recent mining disaster. I just thought that based on the impact it had on this state and the people of this area, that we should reflect on the lives lost. And I wanted to just make a comment, because not only having a father that was an underground coal miner and a grandfather, but having spent considerable time in the Marsh Fork area, I've spent considerable work hours there with the people of Marsh Fork, and just wanted to give some history to the people of this county, the work ethic and the community effort that was put into that community in regards to an elementary school. When I was invited about 3 years ago to go into Marsh Fork, I was invited by community members, which were made up of mothers, coal miners, educators, and they were concerned about the location of the school. So I was able to go into that area and meet with the community and really get to know them on a personal level. And when I heard about the news of the mining disaster, it touched me because of my family, but also the people that I was able to get to know there. And through the people of that area, I was able to grow and to learn a few things that's really helped me as a public servant. And one of those was the fact that just because you don't agree with someone, you don't disrespect them. And all people deserve to be heard. And when I went into that area, I'm the executive director of an education group, and we were there working on education-related issues. And I tried to bridge the gap between, because it was so controversial there at that time, between the people that supported the coal industry and those that did not, that were trying to use an education issue, safety issue for kids, and turn that into anti-coal. So I was trying to get people to come together, and as a result I was able to meet several influential people and let them know that if they truly put the safety of kids as the most important issue, donate money to help us build a new school for the Marsh Fork area. I was able to meet with people such as Kathy Matea, Bobby Kennedy Jr., people from the UMWA, Massey Cole, anyone that I could bring together to make this become a reality, because it was based on what was best for those kids in that community. So I just wanted you to know, and the public to be aware, that Marsh Fork is a very special place to me, because I was able to meet a lot of good people there. some of which were people that were majorly impacted by this mining disaster. And coming from a coal mining family, I understand the importance of coal, but I would urge everyone to remember that truly the most important resource of this state is its people, the people that mine the coal. Those of us that live in families that have coal miners, and we understand the sacrifices they make. So I just wanted to make that comment to the public.
I'm sure we all join you, Mr. Ramey, as far as our hearts going out for those families and the loss and what's happened to that community and other communities out of that mine disaster.
Well, and hopefully one of the things that will happen out of this is we'll have some new legislation that better regulates what's going on in the mines, so that you don't send people down in the holes that they've been told to leave 2 or 3 times a week before, and then they wind up having an explosion with methane gas or something of that nature. You know, these guys and girls put their life on the line every time they go to work. It's not like a lot of our jobs, and we've got to stand up for them. You know, and I think that looking into this, the people that have been in regulation of these mines are going to look at them a little bit more from the point as to whether the miners are safe or not. I have a son-in-law that works for Massey right now, who goes in the mine every night. And, you know, I want him to be safe. And they can get the coal out and be safe. This can be done. They can get the coal out and be safe. But I think, I wasn't in the state when this accident happened, but it was amazing to me, the people in other states, how much they worry about us, worry about the coal miners, and feel sorry for our families. And it was really something to see, to be in a state that had no coal mining whatsoever, but all they talked about was some crap miners. So, but we need to do everything we can. Coal is very good to southern West Virginia. And there is a way we can give the coal and we can keep our severance taxes and things, but we need to keep the miners safe.
For sure. Appreciate your all's comments.